Hello friends, welcome back again on the submodule of measuring skill. Measuring is an important basic process skill which is basically concerned with the quantification of our observations. Let us see how measuring can be developed as a skill among the learners. There is a famous saying that if something exists in some quantity, and if something exists in some quantity, it can be observed as well as we can measure it. So, measuring skill is basically concerned with the quantification of whatever we observe, or you can say the quantification of our observations. So when you try to develop the measuring skill among your learners, you have to focus on five basic entities which are important to develop at the initial level. The first one is very common, that we call length. Learner came across to many examples, like they see the length of the book, the length of the table, the length of the scale, the length of their cloth, even they compare the height of each other. So what they are measuring basically length. They also see a lot of instruments which they use for the measurement of length, like they see the inch tape, they see the scale. Here your role is not only to introduce the concept of length, not only to make them aware and familiar with the tools of the length measurement, but you also tell them different units of the length. Like you can tell them how they can convert miles into kilometers, what is the relationship between mile and a kilometer, how they can convert kilometer into meter, or how they can convert inches onto the centimeter with the help of their scale. So such kind of activities you can use. The second basic entity is what you see on the screen. There is a cylinder, which is a gas cylinder. The liquid gas comes always in liters. The water filled in the bucket, that is also in liters. The water in a mug, that also in liters. So what they are measuring? They are measuring volume. So the next basic entity is volume. When you are teaching this skill to your learners, you can ask them to convert the liters into milliliters, or you can ask them to enlist the product whose volume they measure, like how milk is coming, how oil is coming in the market. Are they are getting oil in kilos? Are they getting milk in kilos or milliliters? So with these household examples, you can develop this measuring skill or measurement of volume. The next very important example is weight or mass. They must have seen the dumbbells, they must have seen a weight machine which a shopkeeper or a street vendor is using at their when they go to the market, they purchase the vegetables or fruits. The shopkeeper use the weight machine. For developing this skill, you can ask them to convert the pound into kilograms, or you can ask them to convert grams into milligrams. So with the help of such examples, you can develop this skill. The third one is time. Time is also a basic entity, and measurement of time is being developed among the learners at very early age. So how to see the watch, how to compare minutes with the seconds, minutes, seconds, you can use. You can ask them to convert hours into second. You can ask them to convert minutes to hours. So with such kind of small activities, you can develop this basic entity. The next very important basic entity is, can you guess what it is? Yes, it is temperature. With the weather change, the temperature change. When they are feeling fever, they feel the temperature. If they are comparing a hot water bucket and a cold water bucket, what they are comparing? They are comparing basically the hot. So how temperature can be measured? How they can use a thermometer? And if a doctor thermometer is being used at home, how they can convert centigrade into Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit into Celsius. Such kind of activities you can plan, or you can ask them to measure the temperature of different liquids, some cold liquids, some warm liquid, some hot liquids, with the help of a thermometer available at your school or in your laboratory. So with these examples, this skill can also be developed. So when we are trying to develop the measuring skill among our learners as a science process skill, first our focus should be to develop the skill to measure basic entities in very precise manner. Later on, they will develop the higher order skills where they will learn how to convert one unit into another unit, and also they will learn different units or different measurement units. So later on you can introduce the concept of unit to measure different basic entities. Hope this module will help you to understand the concept of measuring skills. Thank you very much.